I love Venice. I think it's one of the best places to grow up, not only because of the culture, but the freedom you have, walk the streets, go wherever you like.
Venice, the city of bridges and canals, of dreams and romance. Tourists converge on the Queen of the Adriatic from all over the world. But what's it like to grow up here?
Buongiorno, good morning. My name is Nick, and this is my house in Venice.
18-year-old Nicholas Pettenello was born here. He clues us in on what life here is like as a student.
I get up at 6:30 in the morning and eat breakfast here. Italians usually have light breakfast like this one, and then have something to eat at school, and for lunch a big meal, like we'll see later.
At 7:30, after some coffee, juice, and cookies, Nick heads off to school.
Every morning I go to my grandma and I say hello and take her trash downstairs.
Venetians place a high priority on cleanliness. Trash is picked up at the door every morning.
Ciao nonna. Ciao nonna. Ci vediamo dopo.
Ciao.
Ciao. In Italy, it's very common to live with your grandparents and the whole family living together in one house.
Nick's family has lived here for about 250 years, as long as the house is old.
This is where I used to play soccer with my friends every day after school. And I remember once I was so small, I couldn't even reach a doorbell. So I had to yell for my mother to open the door. Mamma, 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 aprimi.
Nick lives in Dorsoduro, one of 6 districts in Venice's historical center. Here, everyone goes nearly everywhere on foot. The vaporetti, or water buses, play a vital part for public transport among the more than 100 islands. They run on 20 lines day and night. Motor scooters, bicycles, and cars are strictly prohibited in Venice.
In Venice, everybody walks or takes a water bus, so not a lot of people have a driver license. From my friends, only 2 or 3 are working to have one, even though everybody is 18.
For local students, a monthly ticket costs 19 euros, but tourists have to pay 260 euros for a 4-week ticket. Boats on the water offer the best views of the magnificent buildings, some of which are a good 1,000 years old. In 1987, UNESCO put Venice and its lagoon on its World Cultural Heritage List.
As you can see, it's very beautiful, but after 1,000 times that you do it, it gets a bit boring.
The average age of Venetians is rising. Of the remaining 50,000 residents, only around 9,000 are under 18. Many schools have closed in recent years, especially in the historical center of Venice. Nick's high school is one of about 10 primary, middle, and high schools still open. Students typically take their school-leaving exams after 13 years of classes.
Okay, so this is our school. Now we're doing break. We have one break at 10 and one at noon. Usually we go to school 6 hours, from 8 to 2 p.m.
This particular school day ends for Nick at noon.
I just finished school and now it's time to go home to eat lunch with my mom. She usually makes me some pasta or something fast I can eat to then go out with my friends.
Nick's in his last year of high school. After graduating, he wants to study computer science.
In Italy, to apply to university, you have to do it 4 months before you graduate. So in February, when I have an idea to what to do and where to go, I'll apply to different universities and do the test for those universities.
By around 10 a.m., Venice is all but overrun with tourists. During peak season, about 100,000 arrive each day, plus a good 50,000 day trippers, equal to the local population of the historical center of Venice. For Nick, it's another day in tourist heaven.
All Venetians have to know these hidden streets to get around when there's a lot of people.
Back home, his mother is waiting for him.
Ciao, how was school?
Good, thank you.
Thanks for bringing up the Carello.
Nick has dual citizenship. His father is a 12th generation Venetian. His mother is American. The Pettenello's cuisine is classical Italian, pasta and salad. Like many Italians his age, Nick lives with his parents, but he plans to move out right after graduation. He'll be a minority in Italy, where about 2/3 of men aged 18 to 34 live with their parents. Italians have a word for sons who live with their mothers long past the age of 30, mamone. Almost every day after lunch, Nick gets together with his friends.
We're going on my friend's boat to another island called Certosa to have fun with friends and have a drink.
Many of Nick's friends, like his longtime bestie Filippo, own their own boat. For anything under 40 horsepower, they don't even need a boating license. And after the age of 16, they don't need anyone else in the boat. During the summer months, Nick goes out with his friends almost daily. Over half of the young Italians asked said they mainly enjoy spending their free time with friends.
In the afternoon, we always come to bars and play some games. Here we're playing Bisca, which is a very Venetian game, which we play always. I play with my friends. And I think I'm gonna win this one.
Many young Italians smoke. About 17% of 15 to 24-year-olds consume tobacco or nicotine products in some form.
Since a very young age, people start smoking and drinking. I mean, it's kind of something quite common, you know. You go maybe after school and you drink, you take a Campari, and it's quite normal to also light up a cigarette.
Italians have to be 18 years old or over to smoke or drink alcohol. At that age, they also have full voting rights, but only since the 2022 elections. Before, voters under 25 could not participate in elections to the Senate.
I've always been happy living in Venice. Being a small city doesn't have a lot of opportunity for the future. So I'm thinking of going out for university and maybe work. But I've always loved living here as a kid, and I think that in the future I'll come here to set up a family because being a child here is so fun. You have so much freedom going out in boats, not having to drive everywhere. So I'll let him come back here one day.